file and the one and only, always late Karen Panza. We're gonna sit here and stare at her couch till she arrives. What's up, Ryan? How are you? How's your quarantining going?
I'm still working, so.
You still working? That's good.
Why are all of her pictures crooked?
That's her thing. She likes to have every picture frame just slightly crooked.
I gotta see if I get the comments up on this TV.
I think we're reverbing through Karen right now. Good. You get the comments up on that TV. Anybody that has a little chime in, feel free to do that. We'll be sure to try to take these. And if somebody could create a watch party on Facebook, I would truly appreciate you. Create that watch party so somebody can see what's going on.
So many delays.
I'm sorry, buddy?
Jen, lower the volume.
Doris! Karen needs the good computer. She's back. She's almost here. Here she comes, the lady of the hour. Karen K-Pax Panza. Let her get some headphones in so she sees what's going on here.
She has no idea we're live.
What?
Hey, Kat. What's up?
Who has a dog? Not me. I'm like
That's
seconds
Stoli.
behind.
Yeah.
You're we're live already, Karen. I don't know if you know that.
Is anybody on here?
She's like, oh.
She is. How
Is
are you,
everybody
Karen?
here? I'm
Is
okay.
Is anybody here?
Is anybody even listening yet? It's only 7:30.
We go live at 7:30.
Just keep going. Just let her keep going.
What's up? Bernie's in the building. Jose is here. What's up, Jose?
Bernie, everybody's favorite.
Wink Wendell is in the building as well.
I would like to thank Bernie for
So right now there's 6
setting
of
the
us.
record straight, letting everyone know I'm an 8.
So
Who changed it? Who changed it?
Who changed what? What did we change? What's
He
up,
said he's an 8. I thought he was a 6.
Hold on, Amanda Justice in the building. Before we start talking about what other people say he is, Karen, we need you to rate Ryan. That's our first question to every guest now. Scale of 1 to 10.
Including personality, obviously.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're taking everything into consideration.
Depends. What's everything?
Well,
What is everything?
Personality is a plus with me, obviously.
Especially at your age.
Couple boyfriends. No, have you seen my last boyfriends? I mean,
We're switching.
Going
back to the man cave.
We're gonna talk about all those last couple boyfriends.
I was gonna say Ryan, honestly, would be like 7.
Perfect. I'll take it.
Wow, right in between the RJ ranking and the Bernie ranking. That's not so bad.
Go ahead, take Stoli up. I'll step for a minute.
I think he likes that. Triad, my sound ain't working right now. Gonna rewatch later. Just checking to see if there are any wardrobe malfunctions.
At my age, you have to take everything into consideration.
At your age, you might be dating RJ.
We're gonna
Stop it!
We're gonna be talking about all of that. Okay, wait. Before we get into some of the crazy Ryan questions, we want to learn a little bit more about you, Karen.
Why?
Okay.
Do I look
Time
so
out.
fat?
Hold on.
It's my pockets. I swear. I look like I have like.
He doesn't say hi. He's gonna flip his shit. Say hi.
Hi, Chippy.
Hey, Chippy. How are you, buddy?
They can hear you.
One of the best things your dad's ever done, right there. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
All right, get out of here. Get out of here.
He is. He has been in some advertisements for Down the Valley. He was adorable.
He's gonna steal the show from you, Ryan.
Where's Stoli?
Oh, man. What's up? What's up, Dragon Pack just checked in. JPM just checked in. Amanda Justice, how are you? She wants to know when she can get on here. Hey, Chippy.
But Amanda, where have you been? You ain't even. Where have you been, girl?
Oh, God.
Where have you been, girl? You gotta let us know. Triad said he's just his sound ain't working, but he's just gonna watch in case there's any wardrobe malfunction.
No, Amanda, you don't even know. It's like so different from how it used to be.
Heading back down to the man cave.
What is so different than it used to be? And did Karen's phone go out on us right now?
No, I did that on purpose.
You did that on purpose?
No, it did go out. No, it did go out.
No, it didn't go out. You're good. Oh, man. Doris, the good computer. All right.
I live alone.
Let's
I'm
focus.
like seconds behind. Like, it's weird. I'm watching what I did like 2 seconds before.
I don't know what you're watching. Don't pay attention to anything else. You're live with us, and just pay attention to me and Ryan.
Okay, like I've already drank a sip of my drink.
What's up?
I'm just drinking it. Okay,
what are you drinking?
Ready.
Let us know what you're drinking. What's everybody drinking tonight? Hold up your glasses.
I have tea.
Boring.
Boring. Tea, Karen. What are you drinking tea for?
Yeah, because this weather kills me, and I'm on enough medication that I don't need liquor.
We're going to talk about all those medications later, promise. What are you drinking, Ryan?
Crown and Coke.
Crown and you are loyal to Crown. I'm Tito's in Club right now.
Right, he should start doing advertisements on here for it.
We're gonna have hopefully get some of these beer companies behind this.
I'm so dark.
My
ex-boyfriend used to say I have Section 8 lighting, but
man, Section 8 lighting.
It's Section 8 disability. It's not low income.
Does it turn off every now and then? I don't understand.
No, but it's just like a beater. Hold on, let me put a different
How is your family? That's one of the questions we just got coming through.
Here we go.
Upstairs, man.
That's better. You can
Prosecco. Lauren said she's drinking Prosecco in the kitchen because she's still making noise. I don't know if anybody hears that. Mom, I need the good computer.
No, my mom doesn't live here. I wonder if my mom's going to go on.
That was one of Ryan's questions was, do you still live with your mom or not?
It was not one of my questions. I know where everyone lives.
You know where everyone lives?
I moved out. Yeah, he's dropped me off before.
She lives in like an old high school or something. It's weird.
You do. You live in I remember that.
Yeah,
you live in a high school. What did I drop off to you?
Yeah, it used to be a school, a T-shirt before I went to Vegas for my TOC win.
Yes,
back
one
when
of
it
the
was
people
only
that had
2,500. Only when there was 2,500 chips, no 10,000. You had to grind back in the day.
That's true. You are one of our Panzas that has made it to the World Series and the free trip to Vegas.
This damn light.
Right here on my wall is my brother's win.
Where is it? Which crooked picture is his win? Show us that.
This one.
Ryan wanted to know why these pictures were all crooked.
They're not crooked. Maybe I'm holding my phone crooked.
That's the problem. The phone must be crooked. Karen, Amanda said you should try to put some pictures up on your wall. Looks too barren. All right, so tell us a little more.
I have a big family. Look at my nieces. Everybody.
No one cares. Move along.
There's Anthony's win. That's a great picture. That's a well-framed picture.
See, it says brother. I'm proud.
We do. We see
anyways.
It. What's up, Sharon? Cosmo. She said you should be drinking some Cosmos over there.
I don't get fancy like that at home. I'm a
What do you drink at home? On your quarantine? What are you drinking?
It will be wine or rum chata.
And what wine are you? Red or white?
Red. I'm white. Sorry.
White. Usually white wine.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
I'm hot.
Hi. Stop, man.
So we're gonna need to know a little more about you, Karen, before we get into all Ryan's questions. And he's getting creepy in the dark over there.
I don't even want to play
Karen,
MKF with him.
We got to focus first. So. We got to focus first. We want to know about you. Tell us about some of your background, what you do, what you did before this. Give us all of that.
Okay, before when life was good?
Yeah, start from the beginning when you were Chippy's age.
I had a wonderful family growing up. As you all can tell, we're still the best of friends.
Who's your favorite sibling, Karen?
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest with that one. It would be Carrie because I met her first.
Carrie's a favorite.
Lame.
I've known her the longest.
In your face, Anthony. And Amy.
And to be honest, I can talk to Carrie about a whole lot of shit that I can't talk to the twins about.
We're going to talk about all that type of stuff that you talk to Carrie about usually.
My younger sister is a lot different than the rest of the clan.
So you got a deal, Tim. You got a deal, Tim.
Who are you guys more like? Are you more like Doris or are you more like your dad?
I'm more like a mix. No,
she's not like either one. I know both her parents. She's not like either one of them.
Yeah, I don't think I'm like them.
Her dad's like the coolest guy ever.
Stop, Ryan. I mean, he is, but don't say I'm not at all like him.
You are not Tony. No chance.
Well, no, I don't do the dishes after I eat, before I eat my food. No, I'm not like that, but...
Carrie said she needs to drink just to watch this podcast. And,
oh, my God.
I need you to leave me alone.
Let me see. Who else is checking?
I wonder how that house is doing quarantines. There's so many of them living over there.
They're definitely drinking.
She has no choice. She just got her own house, and she was like, the first thing she did before she even set up tables downstairs was make a bar.
Congratulations, Carrie. Everybody in the audience, whatever you're drinking right now, if you're having a drink, or even if it's just tea like Karen, let us know. Tell us in the comments what you're drinking and what you're having.
How come I can't see what people are saying.
I have a whole nother live chat that's going on back here. Don't worry, you're with us. We want to know about you.
Okay.
Everybody's here for you,
all right,
Karen.
So pretty much life was cruising, sailing, all good. And then at 29, I got into a fatal car accident.
Wait. Hold on. A lot of life happened between 0 and 29.
Always right to the negative shit.
Yeah.
You're worse than Ryan.
Life was good. It was chilling. I was big
Why
into
was it
the
good?
clubs. I was a raver, not to age myself.
Okay, you were a raver. This is the type of stuff people want to know.
Yes, I used to have pink hair, Jenko jeans. Some of you know what I'm talking about.
Loser.
Just because you weren't into it, you missed out. Going to secret locations.
So you were into the whole rave scene.
Yes, taking, what do you call it? It was ecstasy back then. It wasn't none of this
Ty.
weak ass Molly shit.
Thank you.
No
Really?
way.
So you think Molly's weaker than ecstasy?
Hell yeah, Molly's lame.
So
I've been
We here
had it
at
in a
Down to Filth
while.
do not promote drug use.
But we want to know about it.
Maybe it's gotten better since I tried it because it's been a while. But the couple times I tried it, it was no bueno. It didn't last long. It didn't hit. Not like back in the day. I was waiting for like what happened back in the day. That didn't happen.
Wait, so now back in the day, what was the feeling you would get when you would try that ecstasy? Give me.
Oh my God. There was one
This
night.
is terrible.
There was one night where all I did for the whole night, like my mouth was sore the next day. All we did was make out.
I won't
Like
take it.
we were like at a rave, and all we did was make out for like the whole night. Which side is crooked? I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't know which side is crooked, but
No, wrong side, of course.
have you tried anything else, or just strictly the ecstasy back in the rave days, or?
We're just gonna leave it at that little story.
Don't worry. I had Kerry promise that mom and dad are not listening.
At 19, I got arrested at my best friend's bachelorette party. I apparently kicked a cop in the balls, but it wasn't my fault.
Wow, we didn't know this story. Go ahead, go on.
And I was the one who called the police because I got robbed by a bunch of Guidos from Staten Island. No offense. And
None taken.
I called them and we were in their party bus and he was like, well, you got to come out, whatever. Who took it? I'm like, if I knew who took it, it wouldn't be stolen. I'd take it back. And then he's like, all right, well, we can't do nothing if you don't know whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he told me to get out the car. And I was like blacked out. So I wasn't trying to get out of the car until I got my shit back. And then a kid threw like an empty purse at me. I'm like, oh, great. You took my hundreds, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then the cop tried to like pull me out of the car, but my leg kind of kicked out. And he kicked him in the balls. And then next thing you know, I'm arrested and I had to look at my parents through the glass, you know?
Wow, this was your first arrest.
No, it wasn't my first, but it was the worst one because I had to stay in jail. It was a Friday night.
So you did the whole weekend.
I wasn't seen till Tuesday. I was in like the part of the hospital, the part of the jail where they put the crazy people because I was going.
How did that happen?
I was going so crazy when they took me because in my head, I couldn't understand why I was being arrested when I was the one who called them, you know? So in my head, I'm like, you got the wrong person. And I was like kicking and screaming. And I don't know, it was probably not a good look. I think at one point they brought me to some like mental place and they were like, should we give her an injection? But they didn't. And then next thing I know, I'm in some room where there's not even a blanket. It's like a thing that you can't use to like kill yourself. So it was like thick.
Wow,
like
go on. I
like
want to know more about this. I've never seen
like
this.
it folded over, but that's all it did. Like you couldn't like wring it out or anything. Like it was literally just that on a mat that was like this big. Like the kids' acro mats are thicker than what I was sleeping on. In this little thing with this nasty ass blanket that couldn't fold.
Did you have cellmates?
And thank God. I had to make toilet paper socks because they wouldn't let you have anything in case you tried to kill yourself with your socks. I'm like, like they could have given me like flip flops or something. Yeah, they take everything off of you. If you're in the psych
Ron, you've never had this happen? Come on.
No,
prison,
never made toilet paper
and like
socks.
the pregnant people were there, and then like one day they had a whole shutdown because I was going crazy, and then when they let people out, I was like so scared. But then when they found out I was there for kicking a cop in the balls, all of a sudden I got popular and cool, and then we just played spades and all was good.
Hold on. You had no cellies. How did you get to play spades?
Mad street cred.
Cards. We were allowed out.
Oh, so you had. How long did they allow you out of the cell at a time?
It was like a couple hours, unless somebody did something crazy. Then we were on lockdown.
Wow.
But at least I got to experience it. It was cool. My mom came, and well, my mom and dad obviously came because our family is, family. And
family is family. I agree.
Had to, like a tight knit family. So my parents came. Obviously, they were going to let me sit there with us, coming to see me. But I had to talk to them through that glass wall. Like, you don't want to talk to your kids like that,
Do they use a phone like in the movies? Whatever. You were using a phone?
No, it had like circle like openings, so you could just talk to them through the openings. But I did the whole hand thing just to say I did it.
Oh yeah, you did it.
I had to. And what else? And then, where I started this story was I got arrested going into a rave one night, but that was besides the point. This story, I guess, is better.
So wait, so you were in prison Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Saw the judge Tuesday. Oh, jail. Sorry, jail.
Hard time.
Jail.
No, like I was straight up in it. It wasn't like no drunk tank like most people. No, I didn't get like a drunk tank. I got like the full fucking experience.
5-star prison jail experience.
I had the whole thing. My sister's probably dying and wants to kill me right now, so I'll stop that story.
No, she wanted us to let you know who bailed you out.
People are saying this is awesome. Oh my God.
Oh, the first time I got arrested, Kerry and Kirsten's father and my boyfriend at the time, or ex-boyfriend.
Oh wait, so the first time you got arrested, how old were you? How old were you the first time?
18.
18. What happened there? Give us the reason. You have a little backstory on it or no?
I'd rather not say.
Come on, Karen. People are here. They're investing. They're invested.
What is there, like 5 people? Then other people are gonna go back and listen to.
No, we got about 30 people on right now watching you, Karen.
Are you serious?
No, I swear to God.
Kill me,
Chris. I want you too, bro. I want you too, Chris.
Come on.
My mom is going to kill me.
She'll never know. She's not gonna watch. Just promise us, Karen. You're not gonna show her.
No, she knows. The first time was like I met this really hot guy. We were going into the rave. I felt for I gotta get something out of the car, bring this in for me. I had his bag, which of course had drugs in it, got caught, whatever, but I got away with it. I just had like some probation. And then,
so wait, the first time was so the rave scene was a big piece of this all. So these are two arrests just at rave
scene. I was in the scene, and then after the rave scene, then I met DJ, so I didn't have to pay for stuff or get in, party, nothing. I paid for nothing, and then Kerry can attest to it. We went then to city life where we wouldn't even go out until like 12 o'clock at night, and then I worked the door at the Tunnel and Limelight.
I used to love the
Palladium.
Tunnel. I used to love the Limelight and Palladium.
He's really stating it. So I got to do the guest list. I got $100, drink tickets, and then I started seeing the guy there. I lived in a penthouse in Manhattan for a while. It was cool.
This is a very interesting story. I am getting invested right now. I love the Palladium. Palladium was my favorite club of all time in New York City so far.
Yeah.
You remember the stairs with the lights?
Yeah, this is how it started. I was a good dance. We all danced in my family. My sister at the dance studio.
You're all terrible dancers.
No, we are not. Even my brother is like a good dancer for a dude.
Anthony Panza's a dancer.
He can dance.
When my brother goes, my brother's
dance.
got rhythm. Oh my God! Remember when Jen and Anthony danced at Colorado Cafe?
It was horrendous.
You were horrendous. That's why my brother had to go dance with Jen.
I was.
Wow. All right. So now
my brother had to take over.
I'm gonna hold you on track right now. So now,
okay.
Rave scene, hitting the rave scene hard. First arrest at 18 with the rave scene. Second one came with but that was the best story so far. Was the that multi-day from Friday to Tuesday. But
that was when I was like a year and a half later.
But that was the next time, second time.
No, wait. When did they get married? We were able to drink, so I had to be like 21, 22.
Oh, so it was like 4 years later.
Yeah.
That was a big gap between the first time and the second. Was that the second time?
That was the second time. And all the other arrests in between were stupid things, like tickets I didn't pay or I didn't go to court, so they put a warrant. I had to go.
But then did they take you in for that or not really?
See, I have a warrant. Then I got to call my other sister because Kerry already bailed me out once. And
so they take turns?
If I called Anthony, he wouldn't do it. He'd be like, rot.
Really? Anthony would leave you there?
Yeah, I think so.
That's why he's not your favorite sibling. Now I'm understanding. Now I'm seeing it.
If you would have just sat home and collected Beanie Babies, none of this would have happened.
I should have, you know.
That is the truth. All right, so now you're in the city. Now you're turning to city life. You're into the city clubs. Did you ever go to Sound Factory or no? Oh, did we lose Karen? Ryan, this is a travesty. Hopefully she gets right back on with us. This is more interesting than RJ. I'm not gonna lie to you right now.
Not yet. It's not.
This is just the backstory part. This is amazing.
Yeah, we're running out of time already.
I'm learning things right now. You're not learning things?
Not really.
You know these stories?
Shit about. Yeah, I knew she was a troublemaker.
These are good stories.
It's not painting a good picture of her.
It's not painting any pictures. We're not here to judge it down to the felt. We're here to love
Alex
and embrace our family
Anthony
members.
Panza is a very good basketball player. He's good at softball too.
We're just waiting on Karen to get back in. Do me a favor, send her a text or something, Ryan, because I don't know why she's not in here right now.
Again, I'm on my cell phone. I can't use my phone. Oh, she's back.
Is she back? Oh, she is back. Okay, hold on.
Pull her back up.
Let me pull her back into the screen. We don't want to lose her right now.
Pull her back up. Just don't pull out. She don't like that.
Oh, boy. You got to say that while she's here. You're back. We were missing you, Karen. We were missing you.
I had a phone call.
Oh, no more phone calls.
Phone. I wanted to use the computer, but you sent me the link on my phone, so I had to use my phone.
No, you can use it on Facebook. You can definitely use the computer, too, if you want.
Let me see. I'll try it.
We don't want to.
Is it linked to the thing that you gave me? No, my phone's sitting on my computer right now.
Yeah. So go ahead. You could just click that link that I gave you. Go on Facebook, click the link I sent you on Facebook. You'll be good to go.
Do I have to still use these ear?
Yeah, you definitely. Earphones are gonna be better, so we don't get feedback. We don't want to lose our story right now. Wait, like I'm invested in this story right now.
Which one? My raver?
In your life. I'm very interested. I didn't know any of these stories. I'm telling you, I guarantee you everybody else is.
Well, I met you later in life when the good stuff was over.
There was still some good stuff that happened later in life. We have a ton of that to talk about.
You're in your prime.
Yeah, you are in your prime.
Time to be alive. I wouldn't know. I'm still in my 30s, but.
Well, I am definitely not in my 30s.
We didn't know that either. I've heard many stories about people guessing ages between you, Kerry, and.
It goes Kerry. Kerry is older than me. Before the steroids from my injuries, and I gained this 40 pounds over the last 2 years. I was the pretty one, so stop.
Bernie said this is definitely more interesting than his.
Why, Bernie was never arrested?
Bernie had no arrest stories. Well, he didn't share them with us, but it's okay. All right,
Bernie does no wrong. Well, I mean, he's a Republican, but other than that, he does no wrong.
So now, we don't talk politics on here. Only drugs, drinking.
Fuck that. I talk what I want. It's my show.
Yeah, she's gonna share that story. My mom is gonna kill me.
She's not gonna kill you. Listen, don't be mad about what you share.
That was like 25 years ago.
Ouch,
a lot
Alex,
happens in 25 years.
A lot does happen. Listen, everybody has a go to prison story. If you don't, you're not cool. Ryan, you have a go to prison story?
You were at least in a junk tank. You were never in a junk tank, Ethan?
Nope.
Nothing? You've never been arrested? I was arrested in Mexico. I
was arrested, but not for drinking. I got arrested.
What were you arrested for?
Assaulting a minor.
Oh, my God. He's got a red dot on his house. We don't want to go into this. Back to Karen.
So I want to know what you did with him.
I chokeslammed him into a thorn bush. He threw my basketball down the street, so I threw him in the fucking thorn bush like a little bitch.
Oh, man.
How old were you?
I was like 19.
All right. See, these are all things we do in our teens.
These are. We do some crazy stuff in our teens. So now you're living.
He was 7, but.
Get out of here. Was he really 7? Ryan, was he really 7?
No, he was young. He was like 13 maybe.
Still at 13 and 17 is crazy. That's crazy.
Don't throw my fucking basketball down the street.
You hear that? You're going to get it.
Oh, my God.
Chippy better not get out of line with your basketball because it will be on.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So now, Karen, now we're in the club scene in New York. You're hanging out in the clubs. I remember Limelight had a very big party scene. Did you hang out at Sound Factory at all or no?
It was like not my go-to, but yeah.
I like Tunnel better. It was more my type of music too. The upstairs was a little weird.
Yeah, I like Tunnel better. Yeah, it was a little weirdy up there.
You ever go to curfew?
Wait, listen, this is what happened. I went when I was underage into Limelight, and me and my friends were dancing, and then this guy came up to me and was like, the DJ would like to meet you. I was cute when I was younger. So I went upstairs and I met the DJ that night.
Okay.
And
who was the DJ at the time? Who was this DJ?
His name was Gonzo because he had a big nose. But whatever.
I remember DJ Gonzo. Go ahead.
And like Tommy Tunes, like those guys. So I went upstairs, met him, and from then I never paid for anything again in my life.
Wow. So now
in clubs or anything, I mean.
Who were you staying with when you were living in New York? So you said you were in a penthouse.
His name was Michael. Sorry, Carrie's gonna laugh. Francis. He was what's his name? Gations, Peter Gations.
Was that Lord Michael?
No, his name was Michael Francis. He ran the club. He was my Peter Gations person.
Was he part of that whole? What's the one that Macaulay Culkin played the character?
Yeah. Like those times, he was in that. He
was part of that group, right? Like part of that crazy club kid scene.
He was in with the thing. He wasn't. No, you know what? He was like the guy that ran it, so he wasn't cool. Not that he wasn't cool. There was
Were you still partying at that time?
Cool. There was power. So back then, all the girls went to the guys with the power because you didn't have to pay for anything. He was good looking though, but I had this girl, Miss Wyoming or something, and she came and hooked up with his fat friend just for that. I don't know. The power thing got her.
Yeah, I mean that gets.
I never sold out. I went only if they were cute.
Only if they were cute. I agree. So now, were you partying at that time still, or not really? Here and there.
Yeah, this is when I'm still young. And then I had a friend that had a lot of money. I love him. He was the one that got away.
Was he?
Yeah.
So now
I wish I married him. Oh, life would be so beautiful.
So now, all right. So now, I agree. Now, ecstasy was a lot of fun back then. Were you still just doing ecstasy type of stuff, or other stuff? Was it that crazy?
It was a good time because I remember after that, I met my ex-boyfriend who was a professional skateboarder. So the partying kind of.
That slows down with the skateboarder for sure.
No.
It turned up?
Skateboard parties and guys, and then, oh, no.
But, all right, now I need to know, because I was part of that scene, too. I was a DJ. I was out promoting clubs a lot when I was younger. Now, I never really got into the partying festivities. I didn't even smoke weed till I was 26, 27. But
I did it. My first time, I just told my mom this the other day. I think I was 15 or 16. My old neighbor was the first boy I ever kissed. He stole it from his dad. Used to have joints in the house, and he stole one. And we went to this. He went to the side of the pool. We went to the side of his pool, and we smoked one. And then he was like, "Come back," and then he gave me a time. He's like, "'Cause you got to smoke again to get the feel of it." And
wow.
You don't get high the first time. They tell you, we were young. We don't know. So then I went back and we had our next one. Why is this not opening?
Somebody asked, how much X would it take for you to make out with RJ?
Oh, my God. I don't know. I think I'd still see him
Wow. That was not an immediate, there's not enough ecstasy. That was a...
No, I was trying to just even picture his face,
picture his what?
And pixelated, and it still didn't. No.
7.5 uncut. Remember?
Oh my goodness, I don't even remember that. That must have been from the edited out half hour of craziness. Because the last half hour gets crazy, Karen. We cut the last half hour, so anything that's too crazy for TV has to happen after the cutoff time for that last half hour.
Nope.
Oh wait, so this plays me in jail, seeing my mom through the thing plays, but
yeah, that'll play. That wasn't too crazy. We haven't gotten crazy yet.
Allergies are so bad. I want to rip my eyeballs out.
You haven't even gotten up to crazy Ryan's questions yet. So now, okay,
all right, Ryan.
Wait.
So now
stay focused. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm a little manic. If you didn't know. I got medicine for that too.
You need some of that medicine, Ryan.
If I showed you right now my medicine cabinet, you would die. It's right here underneath me.
Let's see this.
Yo, you got the Claritin?
Got that Zantac?
There's only letters on the top, so you don't know what's inside.
Oh,
But
man.
this is like immediate go-to.
Immediate go-to stuff. Go ahead. Just in case.
I just showed you real fast. You didn't see it?
Oh, hold on one more time. Sorry. Go ahead.
I just showed it real fast. You didn't see it?
No, I didn't. I don't know if Ryan did. I missed it.
I don't
well,
see
I'm
it.
not
I know
doing it
what
again.
medicine looks like.
All right. We know what medicine looks like. All right. Back to the story. So now we're living in the city of Manhattan, still partying a little bit.
Yeah.
And then go on. So what happens next? Now, do you own that? Now, what are you doing for work at this time?
At this time, I wasn't working because I was living with that guy and he paid for everything.
The one that got away. We're going to call him the one that got away.
No. He didn't come into the picture yet. After these guys, then when I was in college, Kerry, stop telling mommy.
Don't tell mommy, Kerry.
No, she just texted my mom to tell her.
Oh my God! Don't tell mommy.
Ma!
No, I don't speak like that. The worst story is over. She knows everything after that. Okay, so when I was in college, I had to do an internship. I interned at All My Children.
Okay.
And then I started dating this soap actor.
Okay.
And
what soap opera?
If it's not John Stamos, no one gives a shit.
No way.
He's hot,
it could be Ricky Martin.
He still gets things right now. No, his name was Cameron. His name was Cameron Matheson. You could Google him. He was fucking hot. He used to get paid just to take his shirt off on like talk shows.
Where did you meet him?
So do I.
At All My Children. I used to intern there. And I would have to bring the scripts up to their rooms.
I did not know. My mother loved the show All My Children. I remember that.
Yeah, I met Susan Lucci. And
never heard of her.
Those people.
She was like the queen of daytime TV, Susan Lucci.
She got her nominated how many times for like Emmys and never won. That's what she was known for. When she finally won, like the crowd stood, people were
Sounds
crying.
like a loser to me.
So now you were an intern at All My Children. You meet this soap actor.
So then, anyway, the guy that I was seeing, I caught him. Obviously, I knew he was messing around, because he works at a club. He had an office upstairs. I'm not stupid. But I actually caught
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen go down in that?
I actually caught him making out in the DJ booth with somebody. So that ended that. And then I just stayed away for a while. And then I was interning. I met this guy. And so then I went to this. So I started working. I worked at salons and spas. That was my thing. I'm in customer service. I always had to have like a face-to-face job because anything else bores me. Okay. I'd be there like, oh, how's Stuffy doing? Like their animal, like I don't know. I don't give a shit about animals.
Stuffy the animal. Stuffy the animal.
Carrie, Stuffy got a shout out.
Stuffy got a shout out. So now you're working in salons and spas. What type of salons?
Yeah, so like upscale ones.
Nice
in Manhattan.
Ones. Not like
No, ones that paid good money.
Yeah, not where you're getting a happy ending type of thing that Ryan goes to.
No, not those ones like Ryan likes. No happy endings. They're really good. So I went to school full time. I worked full time. So I would work at the salon, say like 9 to 5. Then I'd be in class from 6:30 to 9:30. I'd be in class from 9 to 12. Then I'd work from 1 to 9. And then it was a spa, so it was open on the weekends. So then I would work those days when I had full days of school.
So where are you living at this time? You living back home, or you living with somebody?
I was living at home because I was commuting to New York every day.
Okay.
We're right outside the turnpike. My parents lived, so we were like right there, like half hour into the city.
I've been to the Panza Poker Tour. All right, so that's not so bad.
One time.
So now what? Now where does this lead next? So now you're working in spas, going to school. What were you going to school for?
Oh, I graduated FIT in advertising, marketing, and communications.
Okay. All right.
I have associate and bachelor's. I'm actually smart. I'm actually smart.
I'm not saying you're not. And you're a business owner. I can't wait to get to that part. I don't know how far off we are from it, though.
No, I'm not a business owner. Well, the dance studio I opened is in season 13, 14. But the tanning salon was just a bad investment, so we won't talk about that.
I want to know about that. I was actually concerned about all that.
Okay, we're running out of time. Go ahead, Ryan. Ask me a question.
Hold on. Let's finish your life story first, Karen.
Okay,
hold on.
So now I'm working at a salon with my best friends. No, then I got my dream job outside of college at People Magazine in the ad sales department.
What?
So
That's
You
your
worked at
dream
People
job? People Magazine?
That's a good job.
Yes, I worked in the Time Warner building outside of like Rockefeller Center. Like it was.
Ryan's
dream
not
job
cultured.
outside
He's
of
never been to
college.
per se.
I can show you my badge. I still
Just
have
saying, my
it from
dream
the
job
Time
was a
Warner
main event
building.
WrestleMania. So
Time Warner Building's a
the
big deal.
badge.
That is a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big job. But what happened was I was in this little cubicle and I put like all these different color file folders and I tried to spice it up and like it, but it sucks just answering the phone for this guy. But I was going to do it because of what it was going to lead to. And then I got in my first car accident with my best friends. We got hit by an off-duty NYPD officer who was drunk, but he threw 9/11 in there and the cop let him go. And I ended up having to have surgery on my leg and I couldn't commute to the city anymore and they couldn't hold the job.
So now this was post 9/11 though.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
And so now I started working at another salon. So now I started going back to salons and I was working with my friends and that's what I did after the accident. I had to get surgery, then another surgery. The meniscus wasn't holding. And then eventually they had to take all the meniscus out and it was just bone on bone like this for 2 years. So they put me on like a long-term medication. And that's when I started working at Scores.
What? Now you started working at Scores?
I wasn't a dancer.
What year was this?
My best
I was going to say, they like the
there.
quality women.
Yeah, they did. I met like the Howard Stern days, like when he used to talk about it and stuff.
So you were working there then? What were you doing in Scores?
For like 2 years. I worked in the cigar booth. I was the top seller of all time. I worked in the cigar booth. I worked the front door. I did Diamond Dollars and Coat Check.
What is that for those? I've never been to Scores. So what is that?
Okay, so Diamond Dollars is where like the old men that get the rooms and they got to pay like say
you got to tell me more about this. I don't know
hour.
anything about this. I'm sure some people in the crowd don't know this. This is a very interesting thing.
So for the first like couple months, I didn't even go inside. So I didn't even know what was going on. I was in my booth. I was at the front door. And then one day my best friend Isabel got promoted to a bartender and she was the cigarette like that walked around. So I had to do that job. And I was hot back in these days. I was skinny. I had a cut stomach, everything. So I was wearing cute little. I was, Ryan. You don't even know. I'll show you a picture. And you're gonna wish you didn't say that.
We're gonna put some pictures up later. Go ahead. Post.
So, anyways, some of my best friends are from there. But anyway, I started walking around. So then they'd be like,
okay, so
in the tiger room.
Map this out for us. Because I've never been to Scores.
Okay, so you walk into Scores.
Okay.
The cashier's on the right. They even have a tip line there so that you can like get the drunk guys. They tipped you just to walk in the door. Okay, so I would make like $20 a pop just for sitting there at the right time. But anyway, so I got paid hourly, commissions, and tips. I was killing it.
Okay, so what are you doing at this moment? You're doing the cigars?
Okay, so now when you walk in, you're at the cigar booth is right there. So, you know, I was
and at this time you could smoke in the place?
Yeah, I would have my little vanilla cigar. And, you know, you have to do like little, how do I say? Like when you're smoking a cigar or if a guy wants you to light his cigar, you know, like weird, you know, that's like the most cigar.
You had to suck on the tip is what you said?
Uh-huh.
Like maybe, you know.
Just put your lips on the tip.
Yeah, something like, not like Alex's tip. It's just like.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
He's just, you know how Alex
to
is
recap,
just a tip?
You would only suck Alex's tip.
No, I'm not RJ. I meant like his screen name. So then when you go in, there's like these two doors that the guys would open, and then inside was the room, the big room where you'd get lap dances sitting there, and they could get, you know, down to nothing or whatever back then. And then there was private rooms and then a private lounge. So if you didn't want to pay the big bucks to get your own private room, there was a VIP room. So it was a little more private. But if you wanted any of the happy endings or
so there were there happy endings? I didn't know this.
So itchy. My nose, I want to rip it off my face. I'm so
Go
my
ahead, we'll
allergies
wait.
are so bad. It's the only freaking shut up, Ryan. It's the only medicine I don't have is allergy medicine. What do you call it? So then people would go to like these private rooms. That's where the Diamond Dollars was scores money. So the guy would give you his credit card. He'd ask for like $1,000 in scores money. You'd give him the money.
So it was like
And then
$1,000 would turn into $1,000 or it would be a ratio?
no, then they would get, I think it was like 20% or something like that. For every 100 they got, they only got like 80 or something like
Oh,
that.
wow.
Something
So
bad,
a diamond dollar is even more expensive than a real dollar.
Yeah, and then they would have to tip out the guy that set them up in the room, and then I would get tipped out and whatever. And then when you got like the cigarette jobs or jobs like that, you were supposed to lose your high income, but I was down with the Albanians, so he helped me just keep the big amount. And right now they have headquarters still in Manhattan.
Scores.
No, the guy that I liked, he bought another club that was called Headliner. I mean, what did I just say?
Didn't Scores close?
Headquarters. Then I would only go there and hang out. But yeah, I worked at Scores for like 2 years. I had my knee. Okay, so I had to get a meniscus transplant. So
this is during the Scores time? This is while you're working at Scores?
Yes. So then I get a phone call. We have your body part. You have to have surgery in like 3 days. So then I had to go and I had to get somebody else's meniscus put in my leg. I would not wish this on my worst enemy.
A real person? You had another person's meniscus?
Yes, it's a transplant. Because mine, remember, they took it out. It was bone on bone. So I got they had to get the right size and everything because if it's too big, it would tear. Too small, you had arthritis. So I was in like a study, and I was the youngest person in the study. And I would be hooked up to a machine for 8 hours a day for 6 weeks, and all it did was take your leg and go like this so to get it to bend again.
So now when you got your leg repaired, were you still in Scores? You were still working there or no?
Then I went back to Scores and I got paid $100 for a guy to do a line of coke off my scar.
Shut up. He gave you $100 tip so he could do a line of coke off your scar.
Yeah, he was in one of those private rooms, and I brought the cigarettes in, and he saw the scar.
What's the craziest?
And he said, "I would give you $100 if you let me do this." And him and the stripper were doing it. I didn't have to do it, so I was like, "All right, I'll make $100." I went through hell to get it. I might as well make something out of it.
$100 to do a bump off of your scar. Him and the stripper, they both did a line.
It's a long line. My scar's like this. That guy was crazy.
So that had to be a lot of money in coke. That was like a whole 8 ball of coke across that scar.
Oh, you don't even know what they used to do in those rooms. I can't.
But tell me, what's the craziest thing you ever walked in on?
Well, if they were doing that off my knee, imagine what they were doing off the stripper.
So let me know, like, what is the craziest experience you remember from those days? From walking in the room.
I saw the guy doing it off the girl's nipple.
There was a guy doing it off. Was it a big nipple? Like Ryan's?
I didn't even want to be there. I had to just give her a pack of cigarettes. I didn't want to be there. So, my job was to go deliver cigarettes. Nice, Ryan.
So that was the craziest one? Was somebody doing a bump off of a nipple? There had to be crazier stuff you've seen.
I'm going to go with that story because that's like
Come on, Karen.
Bad.
We're here for the good stuff.
Bad. No.
Karen, people are in here and they're chanting, we need to see it.
See what?
What the craziest thing is that happened. This is not a child-friendly broadcast, Ryan.
Well, it didn't turn into one. I'm not talking Beanie Babies here. This is real life.
This is real life. That's going to be the quote of the day. This is real life.
So now I'm at Scores. I end up retiring because I was like a little older then, and I got into the hotel scene. So then I started working at hotels because I wanted to throw like banquets and stuff like that.
So wait, you left? So now you left Scores? How did you walk away from that money? That had to be really good money.
I know, it was bad. You know what happened? I started talking to this bar back, and then he started talking to a stripper, and then it got to be like this whole big thing, and then it just wasn't. I just wanted to get away, and I was older now, and everybody made fun of this one girl because she stayed for a long time, and I didn't want to be that, so I had to leave and find a real job.
How old were you at that point?
41.
27.
27. So you're like, you wanted to get out of stores before you hit 30.
I had to get out of there and get a real job. Yeah, but that was the goal.
But the money's really good at that time. So
yes.
And now you're talking to the bar back. The bar back.
Wait, I made more not taking off my clothes than strippers in New Jersey make.
Taking off their clothes.
Taking off their clothes. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. So now.
Yeah. So now I'm 27 and a half, probably.
Well, was there any craziness to ensue the end of it? Because I feel like, Karen, your life is like a hurricane of craziness sometimes. I don't think you just walked away from.
There was a story with the bar back, but I'm just gonna leave it.
Karen, give it to us. That's what we're here for.
1 hour. I'm not doing 11 o'clock again.
We're not doing 11 o'clock again, please.
Okay,
Karen.
so let's just say I left there, went into hotels.
Wait, Karen, give us the good story.
It ended up with him with his about to strangle me.
He almost strangled you? Karen, we need to know. Just give us the quick version.
You know, you got drunk.
There's no such thing.
And whatever. And then, like, he went like he was gonna strangle me, and the bouncer saw it. And then
this all went down in the club.
Yeah.
Hold on.
We were all wasted. We used to back then. I was Red Bull and vodka because you had to stay up all night. I was there sometimes till 9 o'clock in the morning.
Wow, what time does that club closes? Doesn't close 24 hours?
As long as somebody's paying for that room, that club is open.
Wow.
Who needs Red Bull when you got all that cocaine on your scars?
That's crazy.
So anyway, now that part's over. I'm trying to mature.
So real quick. I just need to know how this ends.
You keep rewinding this, Tom.
No, just this one.
So the kid was about to try to. He looked like he was gonna strangle me or hurt me or something.
Did you say something to him?
Yeah, I said something about the stripper. I don't know.
So you found out that he was doing something with this stripper.
Yes.
So you're
she was friends with my best friend, so she knew what was going on, but she didn't care. But he obviously rather the stripper because she did a lot more than I was doing. But we never like it was just like a work thing, you know. Like when you work somewhere for a long enough time, you start hooking. You know, it's like that's how it is at clubs.
Somebody asked for the blow by blow, literally.
So anyway, so that ended in like a fight, and then it was like either me had to go or him had to go.
So he grabbed you physically?
He was about to, and then the bouncer came, and they were gonna get rid of him, but he was young. I used to like him younger. So
how much younger? You usually like him younger. I'm not gonna lie. I got a crazy side story with Karen that we'll get into later because we haven't even hit that point of our life yet.
Yeah, this is getting too late. It's already like 8:20.
Okay, so it was like about to be a fight. They were gonna fire him, and I said, you know what? I've been working here long enough. If it's between me or him, I'll resign, and you could keep him because he was a young kid. Let him have fun. I'd been there, and I had to like grow up. So
okay.
That's how it ended. So then I collected unemployment for like a year.
Okay. While you were finding yourself?
Well, I was trying to figure out what to do. And then I wanted to go into hotels so that I could eventually get to be like a banquet coordinator and yada, yada. So, oh my God. I'm sorry. My eyes are itching. Everything. This is so bad.
It's okay. Don't worry.
All those pills, you ain't got no damn Claritin?
No, that's the one thing I don't have looking. I thought I had like a cheapy one from like the dollar store at least. I don't even have one of those.
All right, so back on track. Now you're taking a year off. Have you started playing poker with Down to the Front yet?
I want to go into hotels, so I start working out of Marriott. And I had my my mentor, I would say. Her name was Josie. And then my supervisor, her name is Natasha. And we were all in I was working there for exactly 6 months and 4 days. I know this because I just made unemployment and disability. So we went out for Halloween, and literally before I walked out the door, the Spanish like prayer lady grabbed my arm and was like, Karen, please don't go. I have such a bad feeling. And I was like, oh, Gloria, stop. Famous words, we're only going 10 minutes. What's the worst that could happen? And we went to the club, and it was a state of emergency rainstorm, but we were at 14A and we were going to 14C. So we didn't think it was a big deal. We were going to Hoboken. So we're at Hoboken. Me and Josie are going to be staying at the hotel. So we get wasted. Natasha, I buy a drink. She said, it's too strong. I'm just going to have a beer and chill. Because she was driving and she was driving home. So we're on the club, we're getting fucked up, whatever. We go back into the car. So
and this was only drinking. Only drinking.
My toxicology just put only drinking. I was 2 times the amount of liquor, and Josie was 3 times the amount of liquor, and there was weed in her system.
Wow.
But what do you call it? So, and Natasha was exactly 0.08. She's my height, half my size. She drank maybe 1 beer. And she was but they might have messed up her blood because they called her by another girl's name from what she told me. But I don't know that whole story. All I know is it cost me like $1.5 million. So we're driving home, and I'm in a minivan, and the middle piece is out because she was moving. So I'm sitting in like the back seat, and I have the buckle on this way, and Josie's in the front seat. And we were just talking about this dance battle we just had and how we killed it and this and that, whatever. And she's turned around talking to me. And then like we slid on something. We were like, whoa. So then Natasha started driving even slower. So we're driving, and I don't know what the hell happened or how it happened. And it took 3 CSI units to try to figure this out. We skid on something, and the van took off like a rocket ship. I will never forget it. We hydroplaned. I heard that noise that goes when it goes like under the car, and it went like vroom. I held on to the seat. I said, oh shit. I closed my eyes. And when I woke up, my friend Natasha was outside the car screaming, are you okay? Are you alive? And I woke up, and my leg, I was now where the console is. My face was here. Josie was here. I guess I broke her chair because she was back, like we were face to face. And my leg was in the air, but my knee was facing this way, and my ankle was dangling.
Oof.
So she's like, are you okay?
Did you have
alive?
a seatbelt on?
I had a seatbelt on. I had it only this way. I didn't have a strap this way.
Okay.
So apparently, so I was like, I'm okay, but I'm alive, but I'm definitely not okay. And then at one point, some kids opened up the van, and by the looks on their faces, I knew I wasn't imagining it. They were like shook, and they were like, someone's coming. We called 911 and closed the door. Next thing I know, it's 2 weeks later, and I'm in the hospital all banged up. I remember I was on the emergent, about to have surgery. And the lady's like, give me the scissors. I need to cut her dress. And I woke up. I was up at one point, and I'm like, no, I need to wear this tomorrow because it was a Halloween costume. And she's like, honey, you ain't going anywhere tomorrow.
Wow, that's crazy.
Then they put the mask over my face. And then I was up here and there. I was on life support for 3 days. You can go to my Facebook and look. I have a picture. And then it's under the album Accident. And then after 3 days, they took me off life support. I was still in the ICU, and I was in an induced coma because now that meniscus saved my leg. So if everything happens for a reason, okay. So first they go in and they tell my parents they don't know what's going on. So then they're like, okay, she's stable, but she might be paralyzed. She burst fractured her spine in 4 pieces, and somehow though not one hit my spinal cord. And then they come back in the room and say, and my mom's like, I don't care, whatever, da da da. And then they're like, but we're gonna have to amputate her leg. And my parents thought it was happening. They showed my dad the x-ray. He said it looked like a bowl of cornflakes. But the vascular doctor got there right when they were like bringing the saw down and got my circulation going.
Okay.
So I didn't have to lose the leg. So then they go back inside. Now my parents are thinking I'm losing my leg right now. And then they found out they didn't have to take my leg. So now my parents are excited. So I'm not dead, I'm not paralyzed, and I'm not losing my leg. But I lost half my intestines, half my small bowel. My large one was split, but they put it back together. They had to take out my appendix and my gallbladder. The seat belts, which you're supposed to wear to save you, apparently the car went up like this at one point, and I hung from the seat belts, flipped over, broke my back, hit into the door this way when we landed, and then went that way. So when I woke up, I'm screaming to my friends. Well, this is when in the car at the time, I'm screaming, Josie, Josie. I literally watched her die right there. Her eyes rolled back in her head. God. They flickered. They kind of like rolled a little bit. And like that was it. And every time they would wake me up from the coma, I'd ask about her, and nobody would say, they would just like put me back out. And they did that. And then 2 weeks later, because they had to wait for the swelling in my back to go down so they could do the surgery. So I couldn't be awake because I couldn't move, because then I could break the spinal, have the spinal cord injury. So
that was the worst part. That was probably your worst moment in your life.
Shut up, Rob. Rob just texted, I have stamina. I haven't taken a breather yet.
I told you not to go on too long about this. Depressing.
So I'm just telling it. So I watched her die, and then I was in the hospital altogether for 4 months between the hospital and rehab. And that's why I'm disabled. My leg bends 87 degrees. So if you see me limping, that is why.
And that was all before you started playing poker with Down to the Felt.
Yes, and my back. This is how I started playing poker so much. So there was
perfect segue. Go ahead.
There was already a game going on at Kerry's house. Kerry was married at the time, and she started a game. This was before Ace was born.
To a lesser man than Snooki.
Yes. No comment. So.
Wow, that hurt my feelings. Sorry, Snook.
I love Brian. Oh my God, no, I wasn't saying about that. I just want to say
I made it clear that I love Brian, and you said some bullshit.
I just didn't want to say anything about Ace's dad.
You know who you're.
We keep it positive. There's nothing negative said about anybody
here. Ace's dad is cool with me. So, what do you call it? So there was already that game going on, and now Kerry's, if you didn't know, is big into Halloween. So now this happened Halloween weekend. Do you know she still had her Halloween party while I'm on life support in the hospital?
You said she was big into Halloween.
She had her Halloween party, and there's like a card that everyone signed wishing me well as they're getting drunk, celebrate. It was supposedly a poor Karen party, but no, I saw the pictures. Nobody was sad.
They were all dressed up.
They were all dressed up, smiling.
Nobody was sad, damn it.
Drinks in hands, like, oh, okay, Karen, she's, she'll come back, and, whatever.
They believed in you, Karen. That's all that was. They were believing in you.
Apparently, she really did, because I swear her party went on. Right, Kerry?
Right? Go ahead. So it's going to be a delayed response, but go ahead. So now her party goes on, but now you go back to Kerry. She's playing poker. This is how you first started getting into poker.
Yeah. So now when I got out of the hospital, I was in a wheelchair. I didn't walk on my own for 8 months. So it was a wheelchair, then crutches, then cane, then by myself. So I'm in a wheelchair, and I go to my parents' house, and my brother had this game going on now at my parents' house. And all I could do was like sit around. So they wheeled me to the table. And, I pulled a hot guy, while in a wheelchair. And I was down to nothing because my stomach was blocked and I hadn't eaten anything in 3 weeks. They were going to give me one of those coloscopy bags.
Okay.
So this is a true story. And this is a good one, Ryan. So it's not about the accident. It's a positive one.
Sure.
So they were about to, I was on like an IV for 3 weeks because something was with my intestines. It wasn't going, nothing was passing. So they were going to give me the coloscopy bag and put my stomach right to like whatever and like take out my intestines. So the night
Boner
before,
killer.
Oh my God, go ahead.
The night before, this lady came in to pray for this couple. And then she came by my door and she's like, can I pray for you? And I'm like, yeah. And I forget what they're called. It's something like quinceanera, but it's like a Spanish.
Yeah,
like,
quinceanera is a sweet 16, but it's a sweet 15.
Sweet 16, but it's
sweet
15. But it sounds something like that. And they're like, they could see things happening and they're prayer ladies and they're very spiritual. So she puts her hands on my stomach and she says, as I'm praying in your head, say, Jesus, please heal me. So I'm like serious as hell, like, please, Jesus, please. And the next morning, they go to see if they're going to go in through the front or the back to do the surgery. And everybody's making these faces. And I'm like, what? I'm like, just tell me, And my PA that I'd been working with, that I developed a crush on because, like, it was the only guy I saw in 4 months. But he comes over. He's like, it's cleared. I'm like, what? Literally ate and went home the next day.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
After that lady prayed on my stomach, I was about to go with a coloscopy bag for the rest of my life. And this lady prayed and it was cleared up after 3 weeks. And all I could have was like lollipops. And you would see it came out like there's an NG tube. It goes up your nose and into your stomach. So like there's this tube and it's not comfortable. It's not good going in. It's not fun coming out. And
wow.
So I have this thing attached to my nose going into this thing, and it's supposed to like clear out whatever's stuck in there, but whatever it wasn't clearing out. So all I had was lollipops my mom brought me, and you would see like blue coming out of the thing. It was weird, whatever. But anyway, so then I went home and all is good. I start playing poker. I pull a cute boy, so I stay playing poker.
Wait. So now, the first time you played with us, what was the first time you played with us?
We need 2 parts to this interview.
So
no way we got it.
Finish the rest tomorrow.
I first met Alex Danella at Big Shots. Used to have a game.
Team Danella. Woo!
The first time you played was at Big Shots?
The first time
that wasn't
not
down
with
to
you
the
guys, not with you guys. It was just Big Shots was having a poker.
God, you could say where you were playing. Who you playing with?
It was just an in-house. That's where
it was just like Big Shots was just doing it. I mean, Carrie.
Can I say what my thought was when I first met Karen or first saw her?
Yeah, please.
She was still on crutches from the accident, I guess.
Okay.
And she was like the only girl at poker. And I went to Alex. I'm like, who's that semi-hot chick that can't walk right? That was my intro to
Thanks
Karen.
for the.
Alex is like, he just said, nah, bro, you don't want it.
What, Alex knew her already?
Yeah. Well, knew of her or had some kind of a. I think you were boning Ginda at the time. I don't know.
You did the dizzle with Ginda?
First, I met Alex. We were friends. He was so young back then. That's why I'm like a proud aunt or something.
Did you
like,
meet him in
he's
Scores?
Married and has a baby. No.
A proud aunt doesn't
Alex
bang all his
Big
friends.
Shots. And then I hooked up with Joe like a couple times. That was it. It wasn't nothing serious. It was like we're all out hanging out. It was either him or Creeper Pete. Like those were my options.
Poor Pete.
Stop.
That's Pistol
Pete's
Pete.
my best friend. I could hang out with Pete or tell him anything. I love Pete. Yes,
okay.
Pistol Pete. Two-pair Pete.
So now, boom, you're in Big Shots with Ryan and Alex. It's the first time you met them.
No, Ryan wasn't there. It was just Alex.
Okay.
And
I was there. I just wasn't. I was just in the background.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we got Alex, John.
I want nothing to do with that mess.
So you got
crazy.
Alex drunk? Go ahead.
I
what
was happy to go out. Like I hadn't been out in forever, you know. So we met Alex, whatever. We stayed friends with him.
What did you rate Alex when you first met him?
Oh, he was a little kid, so I didn't.
You like him young, Karen. You already stated this.
I know. I wasn't into him.
No?
I liked Joe.
Okay.
He was. I like
Makes
a scruffier.
no sense.
I like a scruffier looking, dirtier looking.
Like
dude,
Ryan.
You know, like.
First of all, I don't look
like,
scruffy or dirty. I just showered last week.
At the time, I had a boyfriend that I was with for 8 years, the pro skateboarder.
So you're still with the skateboarder?
Yes, me and Fred were still together. Oh no, then I wasn't with Joe yet.
So wait, so did you mess around with Joe while you were with Fred?
Wait, no. That was years later. No. That was years later.
Yeah, I think
Because
Joe was still with
he was
that
at my
name we don't talk
apartment.
about.
He was at my apartment, and I didn't move here till Fred cheated on me, and I found out about it finally, and I moved out of our condo. But I had a condo with my ex-boyfriend, who's a pro skateboarder. His name is Fred Gull. You can Google
No
it.
one
I'm
cares.
not lying.
No one gives a
Google
shit.
him.
Move on.
We're more enthralled by the
It's not a real
soap
sport.
actor.
Look he has an own magazine all about him. He's pissing in his own mouth, but
Is he really peeing in his own mouth?
yeah, look.
That's gross. Ryan can
Moron.
do that. More moron. All right, so wait,
But
back
look,
to
he's
it.
cute. He's actually cute. Look, he's cute. Can you see it? Oh, I can't see it.
Well, we're
This
gonna
is
do
him
the,
in a nice boy shirt.
we're gonna do the
Don't get me
boyfriend
started
review in a
on
little
this.
bit.
Don't get me started. You don't want me to go down.
All right, so now wait. So now, boom, you're
him.
hanging out with. You break up with.
He's
Fred.
my best friend.
Now you're with
Nobody.
Jinda? Or talking to
Now
Jinda?
and nobody. But I had been playing poker, and at first I was at World Tavern,
Okay.
and I was playing at Liberty Tavern. And
Liberty
I
Tavern in
remember-
Jersey, not my Liberty Tavern in New York.
Yeah, in Jersey. The shithole down the block from my parents'
Yeah,
house.
trash bar. It's below us, Tom. It's way below us.
Below us.
Yeah,
All right.
it's like toothless people. Yeah, whatever. So
It's World Tavern. That's what it is.
Oh boy, no! I don't say anything bad if I can't. I don't say anything if I can't say anything good. So let's go back to.
I'm not
so
you.
I was there with my mom, and then Alex said, "I found this other league. It's a lot better players.
Yeah, Alex.
They have their own things. You should come play here."
Look
and
at
so I
this.
went, and I met Alex, and that's when I started playing at Down to the Felt because of Alex Danella.
Good for you, Alex. Thank you, Alex Danella.
And I met Ryan through
He's
Alex.
gotten you better. Alex has gotten you better. If it wasn't for
what?
Alex, there'd be no Mr. Down to the Felt.
Wow, he brought you too, Ryan. I didn't know that. I didn't know if you started it. Where was the
No,
first bar?
Alex got us going there.
What was the first bar you played at?
I don't remember. I don't want to say Park East. There was one before that.
Mine was Biddings.
JJ Biddings. That might have been Karen's too. That was up in her area.
I know I met Chris at Biddings.
All right, so wait. So now, how long were you playing with us before you met Chris? You were around already.
Yeah, I was already in for like 2 years, and me and Chris have been broken up since we got together was in 2012.
The crowd doesn't know.
8 years ago.
The crowd doesn't know who Chris is.
It's at least you don't want to
listen. Let's not waste airtime with that douchebag.
We got to touch base on that because that I heard a lot about.
Don't date in the league. Just don't.
Hold on, we're gonna go through the list. We're gonna go through the list of people you may or may not have dated in the league. Because I think
Just dated
or hooked up with.
Both. What's hook up mean to you? What does hook up mean in Jersey? Does it just mean make out, or does it mean doing the dizzle?
What's it mean in Jersey? You live 10 miles from us.
First base, second base, third base,
Jersey?
all the way around to home plate.
It could be from kissing or having sex, and then after that,
nothing in between.
Ryan, I forgot.
That's what she said.
That fat guy. Oh my God! That wore the cowboy hat, and I didn't know that he was bald until he took his hat off, and it was too late.
First of all, nothing wrong with fat or bald.
What?
There was another guy that I met in the league before Chris, and it was the first guy I tried to date after Fred. And
right, hold on, we're gonna take a virtual social shot. So everybody hold up your glass.
You dated a fat guy?
Anybody at home, hold up your glass. We want everybody to take a shot at once. Shots up. This is for Glenn right here. One time with me. Come on, guys. Ryan, you can do this.
I don't have a shot, but I was drinking my tea.
Take a sip
Shots
of the tea.
up.
It's all right. You're giving us enough.
It's what I do.
Anything
What's up,
for
Glenn? For Glenn. Now,
we
okay.
appreciate you, Glenn.
Back to it. Now, who is this? Who's the heavy-set gentleman in the cowboy hat? You hooked up with somebody?
There was a guy. I met him at Blue Rock.
Oh.
And he had
Jake?
another girl.
Jake?
He had another
Jake.
girl in the league pregnant.
Tara.
But he didn't tell me, and I didn't know her.
Who is this guy? Do I know him?
Oh my God, the
Jake and
worst
Tara.
dude ever.
Tara Chuckin. Shaking.
Why are you saying names?
I remember Tara. I don't remember Jake.
Too?
Don't
Well,
say
anyway,
names. This is
there's
after
North-
dark.
there
Down
was
to the
North.
felt after dark.
There was.
I'll
North,
say it.
Mom,
I'll fucking drop names
I'm
all day. I don't give
sorry,
a shit.
Mom. Wait, hold on. My mom said she's heard enough.
We're
I'm
sorry, Mom. Stop it, Mom. Just stop interrupting. Doris, go to bed. Ma!
Ma!
Doris,
can you give her the good computer?
Give her the good computer.
She texted me.
Stop that,
she's
Ma.
not here.
So hold on. So now wait. Before Jake happened, was Chris before or after Jake? No. Jake had to be before.
After.
Okay, go ahead.
Chris was
Jake
like right
was the
after.
first person I tried to date.
Wait, no. The first person you date,
so
the
much
first
better.
person you hooked up with in the league is Jinder. No.
Was Ganza, yeah. But then after that, I had met Jake. And
were you hooking up with Ginda at the same time as Zamira?
No.
Did you guys go back and forth? Who had him first?
No. Once you hooked up with
think,
one, you didn't with the other. But she didn't go by the same rules as me. You
didn't
know
play
me
by the
with my
rules.
tickets.
I'm not sure who was
You only
first,
get
and I
one
wouldn't believe
ticket.
either one of them either.
Well, if she did, I didn't know. She always denied it.
Oh, she definitely did multiple times.
All right,
But
so now
she was what you call a hoe,
me.
and I know she's gonna end up watching this.
So now after
bitch
Jake,
slap
She's
your husband.
when she hears about it, she's definitely gonna see if
She'll
me,
watch.
who wasn't credible.
Fuck her
which
and
I
her
never
stupid
even
ass
went to the
bitch face
lawyers. I tried to congratulate her, and she said I was a hypocrite because I went against her in court, that I wasn't found credible by the attorneys. I'm like, I was never in an attorney's office. I never spoke to anybody about this. I had nothing to do with it.
We're going to get to that lawsuit later because you're a good person to talk
Later's not happening.
Later's happening. Later is about to happen right now.
Not with me. Not without the most entertaining part is
Ryan, you have to be part of this.
No, I work in the morning.
So now wait. So now after Jake, the next guy was Chris?
Okay, wait. Well, let me just tell you about Jake real fast. So there was North Jersey, there was South Jersey. I met him south, kind of, and he lived like over there, whatever. He had a really nice house. He was the first guy. I went for stability instead of looks or any of that. So I tried to date a stable guy. So then somebody says to me, somebody
post a picture of this guy. I don't know who he is.
I have a picture somewhere because we went out for my brother and sister's birthday to AC, and he was there. He bought us like all bottles and whatever. He had money, but
he was a baller.
But he wasn't really much fun though. Like really, he was whatever. But
none of your boyfriends were. They're all boring.
Fred is the best dude ever.
Okay. So wait. Move on. Now you're with now.
So now we dated, and then I went on his computer. And I saw this girl's sonogram, and I find out he has some girl pregnant.
Boom, boom.
And
Thug life.
She played in the South part of the poker league.
Wow.
I had no idea. And when I did the backup, because you can't have the sonogram till like 6 weeks or 2 months or something like that.
Yeah.
So if I did the thing, the girl was 4 months pregnant already.
Wow.
So he tried to tell me she did a fake one, this and that, blah, blah. And I'm like, it says her name in the corner. Like it was hers. And then my mom went to play in a TOC, and she said, Karen, I saw there was a girl there. She's blonde. She named her and said she's definitely pregnant. And that's how.
I remember her. I remember the pregnant girl.
You don't remember Jake?
She was dating somebody else at the time. She was dating Mike
Harrigan.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But I didn't know.
Karen, you're connected to more suspended or kicked out players from this league than anybody else, I think.
Yeah. And then she went on to Bone Shanko. So
hold on, who?
No, I did
not. Wait. Before we get to Shanko, let's just stop at Chris real fast. So now after Jake, you met Chris?
Yeah. Oh, wait. And this is how me and Jake ended. We were at Blue Rock. There was this thing sitting at the bar. It looked half man, half female.
Alex.
And I go to Alex, and me and Alex are making fun of this person because they're wearing like over-the-knee boots, a tight leather skirt. We're like, what the fuck is this person doing at Blue Rock? It's a
This
hooker.
wasn't one of our players, was it?
It looked like a tranny sitting at the bar, like a tranny hooker. And me and Alex are like making fun of this thing the whole game. Then
my boner's back.
Jake gets out, and when he goes and walks out the door, he acted like he was mad. So he just got up and left. And I was like, what? So I got up from my seat, and then the thing chases him out going, babe, where are you going? And
so she was dating him too.
What? So she was dating him. I then, when he tried to deny that, went on his laptop, and I saw the new bedding he just bought, her laying in all kinds of positions on his bed with the new bedding that I was there when he bought it and helped him put it on his bed so it wasn't old. And he got caught, and the girl ended up coming to Park East when I was there. That's when there was 100 people at Park East. I got kicked out for the night.
186 was the most I've ever had at Park East. But you got kicked out of Park East at that night?
That night because she ended up being a female wrestler. She's a wrestler. I forget her wrestling name. Yes.
Ryan will know her if she exists.
Everything I say is facts. Kerry, please weigh in.
I remember the female.
What was her name? Kerry, what was her name?
Oh, that was with Chris, though. That was a Chris thing.
No, that wasn't Chris. That was Jake.
Because you had me call them as Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, that was
she
the
was on dope.
No, that was the crackhead girl.
There was a crackhead with Chris?
Everyone in your life is terrible.
Wait, was there a crackhead?
I'm talking about the she-man that was at the bar. And it was a female.
Riptide.
Was that Kerry?
Kerry just typed it in.
Riptide is the body
way. You can Google these people's names.
Riptide was
kidding.
the she-male that Karen's referring to. So if you want to Google Riptide, that's what.
Oh my God! I hope it doesn't get back to her. I'll get my ass beat.
You might get your ass beat by Riptide.
Girl. I'm disabled, girl. Don't come after me.
So
so that was the thing. So now I know she's this female wrestler. So apparently she tells me she was away on some tour in Europe or something for months, and that he was supposed to be waiting for her, and that's whatever. So then we got into a fight. I smacked Jake across the face.
I remember that. I was at the table.
Yes, I smacked him across the face in front of everybody. And then got kicked out. I'm trying to find a picture.
No, don't worry. You continue your stories. I'm going to find one. I'm going to go down to the Felt archives. So now, all right. So now you meet Chris. All right. I'm going to give you a little backstory on Chris. Real fast. This one affected me. I heard about it forever. I, at the time, was dating a girl.
I'm signing off.
Stop it. We're gonna go right through him. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to give it real quick. Was dating a girl that Karen meets her little sister's boyfriend. And Karen starts dating him. Go ahead, Karen. What happened there?
I didn't know he had a girlfriend. He hit on me. We were across the bar, and we looked at each other. And then he comes up and is like, "Is that Britney Spears on your shirt?" I'm like, "No, it's just a girl." And I'm talking to him. I have no idea. He was good.
Sweet pickup line, bro.
Met him. She was good. He was hot when I first met him. And then she came over, the sister, and was like, "Oh, so I see you met my sister's boyfriend." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry." And I walked away. And I said, "You should have said you had a girlfriend. Like, why are you talking to me? That, making me look bad." And then one day we were there, and he said that they were broken up. And then he just came up and they grabbed my ass. This is nonsense.
No one cares about this Christian.
This was downstairs. And I'm not going to say what happened because my mom is going to kill
I need to know what happened. I don't even know what happened. Go ahead.
Like the night we met. Frank Zaitz was there.
Frank Zaitz?
Yeah, he's in the back of the picture of me and him when he's grabbing my ass. Like, we were like, "Oh, let's take a picture." I have a picture of all of the Staten Island crew because Johnny was the TD back then. And I had a picture of all the crew and whatever. It was like
I wasn't around for this. I had no idea this even occurred. I heard this like third hand. I didn't even hear about it.
And then I went to the bathroom and downstairs at Parky's, the one that's like all the way at the end before you go into the room. And he came in and he just threw me up on the sink and we started making out like a hot scene.
Did you do the do in the bathroom at Parky's?
I hope you weren't pooping.
No.
It
was like a makeup. No, I was just in the bathroom on the sink. Like he lifted me on the sink and started making out.
After you pooed?
No, I had just walked in the bathroom. He opened the door and was like,
"Did you have turtle head?
In here?"
Were you about to poo?
No, I was walking away because the girl was there and I didn't even know. And he told me they were broken up and I didn't know.
So
Did you poo after you hooked up?
No, I didn't poo at all.
Oh my God, you never got to poo.
Oh my God. Anyway.
So while you're there.
Badly. It took up years. It ended badly. I lost someone I loved due to drugs. He's not dead, though I wish he was. But no, I'm just kidding.
I know he was heavy into doing things.
Well, I found out about it once all my jewelry went missing.
Hey, Alex.
All my electronics went missing.
But these were different drugs. These were like these were more pilly type of things.
He started taking pills, and then he started going into my medications, and then he went to Staten Island. He was here for 6 months. Didn't even go back to Staten. He texted me one day, "I'm broken up. Come get me." I got him that day. He didn't even go back to Staten Island for 6 months. And then when he went back to Staten Island, I guess he got all on something because he was taking stuff even stronger than what I was taking. And then
but what were you taking? What was it?
I was on painkillers for my leg. His metal and my back has
like
two metal
Percocet
rods
type
in
of
it.
stuff, right?
Yeah, and then he was going
20.
there. What everybody's how this whole epidemic started back then. This is how it started. People in Staten Island or in New York.
Hey, easy.
We're giving kids 240 of these fucking blues a day, like in a prescription. Now I'm disabled and I wasn't even on that high of a milligram. And this is like 10 years, like 8 years after I've been on it.
We got questions.
But let's get off of him because he ended up robbing me blind, emptying my bank account, pawning all my jewelry, and it's gonna make me cry if we talk anymore. Because
the Easy Pass. Don't get started on the fucking Easy
Pass. You took your Easy Pass?
And I owe Easy Pass. I'm in debt for $20,000
Shut up. 20 grand?
You would think they would cut that shit off, but
he was driving my car and he had an Easy Pass with his name on it. And then I got like 3 things in the mail.
Karen, I sent 2 to 3 commercial vehicles back and forth, and my bill is still not over $8,000 in a month on Easy Pass. How did that happen?
Because of all those extra $50 at a time. Just go into Staten Island. There's one on exit 12. It's $13 to go to the Gothels, right? So that's $1.20. So now it was $51.20. Then to go over to Staten Island is $65. It was $62 at the time. So it's $62. Then to come back is another $51.50. But what happened was he started going to like a place to try to get better in New York, and he would drive there every day. And I wasn't getting any more of these notices, and he had his dad's Easy Pass. So I thought it was all good.
How does
and
that
then
even add up?
one day, 2 years later, after we're broken up, I get this thing in the mail saying I owe Easy Pass $17,000.
Wow. Ryan, do your impression of him real fast because people keep asking for it, please.
I did real quick. They're not going to understand.
Go ahead. Do it one time, and then we're going to go right back to it.
All right.
Anyone who knew who we're talking about will understand.
So he would get like stoned or whatever he was doing in the middle of a game at Park Eastman. It was like we had 10 tables. It looked like kind of like Vibe. And dude would walk around. You know when you're like, apparently when you're high, you get really itchy. So he'd walk around like this, always itching himself. Go to every table.
Is this cash game?
Is this a cash game?
Was there a cash game there? I don't allow that. That's why I had to get rid of
cash game?
No, there used to be like if you were out and you had like a boyfriend or a husband or a wife, we would do a side game for the people that were still stuck there waiting. We used to do that, Tom. I'm sorry, but yeah.
I hate that I even found out about this.
Oh, Park
East used to have side games.
Hundreds of dollars were in play.
That was Jonathan, huh?
That's what I was playing. That last night I spent at Amsterdam was like side cash game.
And that's what caused the problem. Because that's the first time Karen is banned from Karen is the most banned players from bars that is still allowed in the league. True story.
I was allowed back in that one in Red Bank.
Yes, you got allowed back into Wall Street before we got kicked out. Hold on. Wait. We're gonna let you give your questions, Ryan, before you go to bed. We'll go back to her story in a second.
Nope, no more stories.
I just got drink number 3. Come on. We'll go back after your questions. Karen, we're gonna have to
MFK me, Ryan.
MFK her.
Oh, you want to go right to Marry Fuck Kill?
No. Right. Don't go straight to Marry Fuck Kill. Oh, wow, you made me curse on my own podcast. I'm drinking.
It's my podcast, so it's okay.
It's our podcast. You're the co-star.
All right, Marry Fuck Kill. We're going to start with Frank.
Okay.
Wild Bill. And RJ.
You're giving me a class act here.
Wild Bill, Frank, and RJ.
Wow. All right.
This is a tough one. I think I
know who I marry in that equation.
RJ was so nice to me.
Good. Then a follow-up question for that.
I would have to kill RJ, marry Frank, and fuck Wild Bill.
Really?
You gotta marry
Just
Frank.
by the name Wild Bill.
How do you not marry
Wild Bill? I married Frank.
No, I'm saying, how does Brian think it's bad to marry Frank? I would totally marry Frank.
What do you think? We're gonna marry somebody who sells Beanie Babies and has to use his mom's computer? No.
And not even the good one either. Not even the good computer.
Yeah, she couldn't.
I need the good computer.
So this is a third-party question. It carries over from our
anonymous,
our RJ thing. So when RJ played Married Fuck Kill, it ended up within 2 games he was having a 3-way with you and Alex.
Did you know that? Did you watch that interview? How did you not watch that interview? That was epic.
I was on for like 2.5 hours, and then I had to.
So this
but my name kept coming up. Ryan said I was one of the best in the league.
Yep.
RJ top.
First of all,
top 10.
I did not say you were best in the league.
Island. You said I was one of the. When they asked who you thought was the good,
I think you're RJ's favorite girl.
Perez, and then you said whatever. Because honestly, when he was writing all that sad shit, I messaged him because I was concerned.
I brought that up. My wife is actually concerned about that too. Go ahead.
So I reached out to him to make sure he wasn't trying to really kill himself.
So in RJ's fantasy, It is you and Alex.
Well,
Alex
his
and Ella.
fantasy is Alex. Let's be honest. He's been after Alex for years.
Someone has asked me. Well, he also said he wants you too. So someone has asked me in that equation, what is your preferred sexual position?
Ooh,
you have Alex and RJ.
I wouldn't want to look RJ in the face.
I don't think it's with RJ. I don't think that's where the question is.
No, it's RJ, me, and Alex.
Yeah, that's the three-way RJ wanted. So where does Karen see herself in this?
I'd be facing Alex.
So RJ's behind you.
RJ would have to be behind me. I couldn't look at him.
I mean, he is 7.5 uncut, so.
I might have to tap out of this. I don't even know if my facial expression can handle this.
Oh, God. Hold on.
We gotta hold on. That was a very good question. I don't know who brought that up to you, but that was a very. So Karen's in for this, and
anonymous.
RJ's in for it.
It was definitely not Rick Almond.
I think it was Alex. I think Alex is trying to make this really go down. For real, for real. Where did Karen go?
Where did she go?
Mom, I need Karen for the interview.
Mom, I need a good computer. Please, can I use a good computer?
There's like 50 people.
There's like 42 people that want to talk to me. Please.
Oh, my God.
Russell, what is this about, Russell?
Where did she go? Oh, my goodness. Doris, you better not listen to this. I'm not going to lie.
What is happening right now? Because she's there.
What?
Black screen. We brought this three-way, and she just kind of took some time off.
You better not hear a hum right now.
Yeah. Man.
Oh, my goodness. Get her back on. Why did she leave? He's like, I'll be right back.
She's taking a call.
No way. You think it's Mom? You think it's Doris? Doris is the only person I'll include on this podcast if we can right now. I'll bring her into this fold with us.
I don't know what's happening. This is ridiculous. You don't just say excuse me first before you just disappear.
I think she said hold on. I don't know if she said hold on. She might have said hold on. Oh, my God. It was just getting epic. Your questions just began. Oh, my goodness.
I'm coming.
John Bogelman said she's going to come back tripping. Somebody's got some X, maybe.
I'm coming.
Why are your fingers sticky?
Oh, man. You guys didn't leave. It's like hoping you left by then. Ryan, stop it! Oh, Ryan's the one in the dark. It's him doing it.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is getting good. Now it's starting to get good.
No, that's it. I
just want to clear something up about Amsterdam situation.
Oh,
I'm guilty by association. Mm-hmm. I wasn't the one in the fight.
No, you weren't the one in the fight. You weren't the one in the fight. I actually thought you were coming back
anything.
With the whole scenario.
I feel like you should be allowed back into that place. You had their back to their whole lawsuit thing. You should be allowed back in. Tom should do the right thing and fight for you. Tomas should let bygones be bygones.
Tomac, I'm gonna reach out to Tomac and we're gonna see if we get you back post this. It'll be an epic return. We might have to live stream it.
Let's settle down with that.
I don't know. Well, I just want to tell what happened. So I'm dealing this shady game. Everybody's in for $20. Chris is across from me. That was my boyfriend at the time. And like
cash game?
Secondhand.
Was it a cash game?
Shady. This is why I don't allow that stuff. This is why we don't allow that.
And he was very, very drunk and whatever else that I didn't know. But I don't know what he was on. But he was on something.
Pills.
And very
Let's
drunk.
just say it. Pills. Go ahead.
But I take medication and I don't rub myself.
We don't know where you went, Karen. We don't know where you went.
I don't do that. Do you ever see me doing that?
No, you blacked out the screen. But we would have.
Oh my God.
All we know is we talked about a three-way. You blacked out the screen.
And all we heard was
away, and then you said, I'm coming.
So, it was the thought of RJ ramming me from behind.
Hold on, time out. Alex said, RJ, please talk to her and put a whole bunch of wet spots in front of it. So I think Alex is in.
Alex, you're
wow, Karen's blushing and speechless.
No, that's not what I'm thinking about.
RJ?
I'm thinking about the ticket.
All right, hold on. So wait. Let's get back to Ryan's questions. Ryan's got a whole bunch of questions.
No, that was all the rest are just like league questions.
So, this is what happened. So I dealt Chris pocket aces and this other guy.
No one gives a shit about that.
The flop came out. No, I want to defend myself. The flop came out, and there was a king. The kid bet
Cool story.
The kid went all in. Chris calls, thinking his aces are good. They weren't, and he took his cards and he chucked them like in my face. So this kid is like, "Yo, don't do that to a girl." Like he didn't know we were a couple. But
was it a player? Was this a player?
It was a kid that went to Amsterdam that was apparently a black belt in something because his hands were considered lethal weapons, so he couldn't fight. So they got into this argument.
Chris Green would fuck him up.
No, I think that kid was real too. That would have been a good fight.
That was a real. This is a real
Chris
story.
would fuck him up.
No, it's a true story. I know that guy. Go ahead.
So they were yelling at each other, and because that kid, somebody saw. I'm not even gonna name names, but somebody saw that kid, and he was
name names. Name the names, Karen.
Sebastian, who I thought was my friends and Chris's friends, came out of nowhere and clocked Chris in the back of the head. And Chris gets up, and I hate him, but in his defense, he gets up and he's like, "Who just hit me? Who the fuck hit me?" And
he got knocked back down.
Nobody would claim it. Sebastian was there. He could have said it was me, bro, but he didn't. He didn't say nothing.
If Sebastian's watching this, I want to hear his side too. I'll let him.
I wish
Chris
that
starts
this was
going crazy.
It was recorded because
And
that's not
then
what I've heard.
what's his name? Big
I heard
Rich?
Sebastian just fucked him up face to face.
Big Steve.
No, he didn't even see Chris's face. Chris was still sitting at the table when he got hit.
I don't think Sebastian punched him on the back of the head.
Yes, he did. He punched or the side or something because Chris got up and was like, "Who the fuck just hit me? Who hit me?" And then Big Rich carried Chris out
not Big Rich, not Big Rich. Steve.
Not Big Rich. Steve carried Chris out like this. I'm having to give money back to people, pay the tab. So I'm like, everyone like is already like, I have to give everybody their $20 back. I go to pay the tab. I go, "Kerry, go outside and check on him for me." Kerry gets outside. You know what they're doing? They're all standing around, and this kid is putting Chris to sleep outside. And he was about to black out, and Kerry kicked the guy and got him off of Chris.
So Kerry's the problem in all of this.
Otherwise, they would have put Chris to sleep right there in front of the fucking bar, and they all sat there and watched it happen. That's why I named them the Polish Mafia.
So to recap, this guy who has registered lethal weapons got fucked up by Kerry.
Ended up going out the kitchen
and released a chokehold
because the cops came. I don't know how they got there or whatever, but we were outside, like, still, like, did that just happen? And
Hold on. I have to interject real fast.
You're supposed to be our friends. Why would you do that?
It's going to be impossible to interject.
And he was like, "That's my boy, da-da-da." And then the cops came because I guess we were outside yelling or whatever.
Karen,
and then that kid got shooed out the back entrance. Nobody's going to listen to me. Go ahead.
I can mute everybody, and I still can't do it. Love for dance. I think that's Amy. Said, "Just got on here and thought you were supposed to be talking about poker, Karen, not your ex-boyfriend who ruined your life."
Yeah, that's
all right. Let's go back to poker. End this talk about Chris and the nonsense.
Okay.
Back to poker and MFK.
Oh, you want more Marry Fuck Kills? I mean, I can
wait. Wait, when did you do Rob Shanko? He's another player that's banned from the league.
I did not do Rob Shanko. Rob Shanko was with Lauren
Brink.
Yes.
Okay.
They were together the whole time he played, and I'm not into him anyways. But
Ryan, what's your side of the story?
It came down to...
I was just kidding.
Were you really?
Yeah.
No, you weren't. There's something there.
Because you were saying that she banged all the banned people.
Oh, is this a joke? You know what? That's how rumors start. That is how rumors start.
I don't give a shit.
You believed him?
Yeah, I thought you might have did the dizzle with Rob Shanko. Who knows?
Really?
You haven't made worse decisions, Karen?
I hooked up with one guy in the league, and it was the only person for years.
Who? Who was the only guy?
Person.
Who?
No mentions.
Chris?
Anyone who knows,
are you talking about Chris?
No. There's one kid that I hooked up with for years in the league.
Ginda?
No. Well, somebody that's not your business.
Oh, Xavier.
Ryan!
You did the dizzle with Xavier?
Oh, my God. Ryan, I was trying
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I didn't know this.
Oh, shit. Did you think I was going to hold back?
Did that really happen? All right, let's move on to the current players in the league. How about Ron? He's such a nice guy, and he likes you. What goes on with that? He is.
Because we're friends.
You don't deserve Ron at this point.
You don't deserve him.
You don't deserve Ron. Nope.
That Ryan,
he was so
You get
nice.
RJ.
He was
You get
helping
RJ.
me out a lot at one point. He is a very nice guy.
RJ,
Never
her,
say a
and
bad
Alex
word about
is going to
Ryan.
go down. Alex is in. Alex is in. Karen is in. We just got to make sure RJ's still in.
So let's talk about
Just stop it. Just stop it.
everyone's favorite topic, as Shorty wants to hear about old school versus new school.
Old school versus new school. I didn't even see Shorty post it.
shouldn't
Is Shorty
comment
even
on
in this?
And we'll have Ryan start with how the league was at the beginning.
Tom doesn't
when we
want me to
started.
tear into these young motherfuckers.
Kerry Panza said, gonna give it to you. What does that mean? X, no,
X
she said
already
X
did.
is gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you.
That's why when Rob plays that song at
Lip gloss number 4.
RTB, he plays it every time I walk in the bar. They used
For
to play
you?
it all the They used to play it all the time. Whenever I would walk in,
I was
And he
totally
has to play it
naive.
twice,
I
which is
did
so
not know
slow.
X gave it to you. I had no idea X gave it to you. Some of the new school players don't even know who X is. He hasn't been around in about a year. But I didn't know you and X did the dizzle.
we were friends for years.
No one cares. Move on.
Karen, how many players have you either hooked up with or dated? Go.
1, 2, 3.
Only 3.
Ginza doesn't count, right?
No,
Because he
Ginza's a
wasn't
player.
in
He
the
played in the
league.
league.
Okay,
He hasn't
then
played in
4.
years.
Then 4. It was Jake, Ginza, Chris, and now that you shouted out my personal, I'm like the one that's going to be mad at you. I don't.
Do you think you've
Do
hooked up with
anything.
more
I'm
players than
afraid to
any other
say.
girl in the league?
No.
No.
No?
No.
Maybe. I don't know.
Ryan.
No.
Shut up, Ryan.
Ryan, what are you
He's
counting
dying.
on? Ryan's off of 2 hands already. He went to 11, I think.
Are you counting over there, or did you just put your hand in front of your face, Ryan?
I put it in front of my face to stop myself.
All right. All right.
Yes, please.
Let's move
No,
on. Ryan, what's
I
your
did not
question?
hook up with the most.
Nope. All right. Who's your favorite downspell player of all
Oh,
time?
wait. Have you ever cheated on anybody? Comes from John Bokelman.
Yes. I'm not into it, but I did have this boyfriend that I wasn't really into.
I'm not into cheating.
No, but I was dating this guy once, and he was like shorter than me, but he was really nice, so I was trying to give him a chance.
Sorry, Shorty.
We call him Bulldog
Yeah.
Mike because I dated like 4 Mikes in a row. So I
What were the other
was dating-
nicknames? It was Bulldog Mike and who else?
well, there was Michael Francis, there was Army Mike, Bulldog Mike. What was the other one? I thought there was another one. Carrie, was there another one? Amy?
Don't bother. You won't see the
Anyways.
response for like 5 minutes.
Okay. So, anyways, yeah. So we used to have to nickname them because there was a lot.
Alex
he was
Danella
really
said you're
nice.
lying. There's more guys than 4.
No, there isn't.
That's what Alex Danella says. You going to make me bring him on here?
It says, you know what that says? My cock. Get it?
I love...
Did you not get that?
No, I got it. Go ahead.
Why
I was
am
trying
I
to
stuck?
deliver it nicely.
I'm stuck.
Uh,
Oh, here I go.
she's stuck.
Okay.
All right. Well, I gotta go.
Ryan,
I gotta
hold
get
on.
to bed.
Get to your questions. You had a whole book of questions.
Well, you keep fucking cutting me off and starting new questions.
Sorry, Ryan. Ryan's up. Go ahead, Ryan. We won't go
Every
back. to
question
this.
she answers is a fucking essay.
Go ahead.
What's
Who
it-
do I think is the best player?
No, we'll get it later. Yeah, best player in the league right now.
You're gonna get mad when I say this.
I don't take anything. I don't give a
I'm
shit.
gonna go, and I'll stand by it with Frank Zaitz.
Okay.
Best player in the league is Frank Zaitz?
We'll put
That's
my
what I
best
think.
player up against your best player. See what
Hold on,
happens.
wait.
No, Eric is really good. So
Eric
but he
would
just
destroy
doesn't play
Frank
as
every
much.
time.
He doesn't play as much. I'm just going like that. Still plays in the league. I
So you
would
think
say.
Frank
still-
Zaitz 100% best player in the league?
When we start
Yeah.
down to Feld Hall of Fame after I'm inducted, Eric will be there in the top 5.
If it's going by playing, then you wouldn't be in the top 5. What are you
No.
talking about?
Hall of Fame is more about playing, more than playing.
I'd go in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, you would. Not above me, but you'd be in there.
Alright, I'm gonna sit.
What's
Who
up,
else
buddy?
would be in there?
Sit on this chair.
Earl.
Alright.
Earl will be in there. Paul will be in there.
Oh,
Yeah, Earl's got to be in there. Glenn
remember
would be in
Judy?
there.
Remember Judy?
She wouldn't be in there. She left us. She left us for
I
another
know.
league.
No, Judy Barnaby?
Yeah, she left us for
Yeah.
another league.
Who is she playing with? I don't even agree with that.
One of the South leagues, right?
Yeah, she's been running a league and World Tavern too. She left us.
Shut up.
Yeah,
I
she
still
still
see
plays.
Judy
Really?
once in a while.
Yeah, she runs a game in a league forever since she left.
Karen,
Oh, that's
we have
what
a question.
happened.
Who is the
She's still
cutest
playing.
guy in the league?
Right now,
Yeah, that's for
now?
Karen, not for you, Ryan.
I'm gonna answer too. I'm a fucking co-host.
You can
Hey,
answer.
you go first, Ryan.
I gotta think about it.
I think Alex Danella is good looking, but mind you, he is just my friend. Always was just my friend. It could never be anything else. Even if he wasn't married, it could never be. And then
Judy Barnaby is watching and said, "Nope, you're lying."
about what? I brought her up because we were talking about good people in Hall of Fame,
She says
and I said Judy.
She just said nope. She gave me a nope in the equation. I appreciate you, Judy. Thank you out there.
Hi, Judy. I was
Hi,
putting you in the
Judy.
Hall of Fame.
Alex said Judy needs to come back.
Yeah, I was just looking at pictures from like 2011, 12, and Judy. It was me, Judy, and Angel in the picture. And I was like, oh, shit, talk about old school.
Angel was Angel, I think, might have been in the background of the picture that we had up for you with Keith in the background
Yeah,
of Park East.
Keith was right next to her. Wink, wink.
Remember when Keith and Alex almost fought?
That's when I met Keith. That was before, and now he's one of my closest friends. I warned Keith, I'm like, if you guys step outside right now, because they got into a big argument over Angel because Alex didn't, Alex had a temper
He
tantrum.
wouldn't chop.
All right, tomorrow's the not too crazy day. All right, I'll let you know in the morning. We're gonna put up the poll tonight. Who should be the next interviewee? And then Karen, we need some parting words from you.
Just thank you. And old school is still better.
My
I'll
headphones
say it a
got
million times, Shorty. And sorry, family, for the embarrassment, but I've been embarrassed.